Welcome to Noun Tutorial TV. Like, share and subscribe. PAD122 Industrial/Organizational Psychology Summary. Industrial psychology as a subfield of psychology dated to the work of some notable writers such as Hugo Munsterberg, Frederick Taylor, Eaton Mayo, and Abraham Maslow. Holds a lot of charm for all and sundry. Human behavior. Human behavior holds a lot of charm for all and sundry. Philosophers such as and speculated a lot about human behavior. Socrates and Plato. Is aimed at interrogating the beliefs and assumptions, making meaning out of human thinking, dreams, puzzles and prejudices by means of empirically verifiable methods and logical proofs. Psychology. The term psychology is a combination of words. 2. The term psychology is a combination of two words, psyche and logos. The term psyche means the mind. The Greek word logos means word. In the past, psychology is deemed as the study of the mind and mental life. Who viewed the mind as something that is unobservable and difficult to subject to scientific study. J.B. Watson proposed a method for the study of human mind called psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud, 1934. Sigmund Freud, 1934, proposed a method for the study of human mind called psychoanalysis. Modern psychology, according to Kozelin and Rosenberg, 2001, is the scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. There are over fields of practice and subdivisions under psychology. 50 Psychology was rated as one of the topmost professions in America, ranking with education in the century. 20th Psychology as a subfield of study initially focused mainly on individuals at work. Industrial psychology as an academic discipline started with the pioneering works of Munsterberg. Industrial psychology as an academic discipline started with the pioneering works of Munsterberg in the year 1913. Industrial psychology as an academic discipline started with the pioneering works of Munsterberg. The American Psychological Association merged the two set of psychologists into what is now the Industrial/Organizational Psychology Division 14 in 1990s. Industrial or organizational psychology is also called psychology. Workplace. Industrial/organizational psychology, also called is a systematist and specialized body of knowledge about human behavior in industries and organizations. Workplace psychology. The array of goods and services generated as a result of organized effort is called work. Involves the deliberate use of physical, emotional, and mental energy to produce utilities. Work. According to Cascio and Aguinas, 2005, are all around us as businesses, hospitals, political parties, government, civil and public service, international and non-governmental organizations. Military/defense formations, social clubs, churches, Boy and Girl Scouts and schools. Organizations. The following are the goals of psychology. Measurement of behavior. Describing. Explanation. Prediction. Control. The psychological processes that are regularly measured are anxiety, learning attitudes, abilities, intelligence, creativity, interest, perception, sensation, emotion. Mean adducing reason, to why people think, feel, or act the way they do. Explanation. Provides explanatory framework, by organizing facts in a meaningful pattern that lend itself to logic and reasoning. Theory. According to psychologists apply their training in different areas of endeavor. Jayoba, 2008. Are doctors who diagnose psychological disorders and treat them using psychotherapy. Clinical psychologist. A clinical psychologist may practice privately or work in government hospital or mental homes. Psychologists work with people of milder emotional problems. Counseling. The psychologist is primarily engaged in research using experimental method. Experimental. Psychologist is a specialist in research into physiological problems. Physiological. Psychologist applies psychological principles, procedures, theories, and insight to tackling industrial and organizational problems, especially as they relate to the human aspect of the organization. Industrial organizational. The applies psychological principles and theories in understanding human behavior in social setting. Social psychologist. Psychologists try to understand complex human behavior by studying the onset of a behavior pattern and the orderly way in which they change over time. Developmental. Psychologists studying behavior changes occurring in earlier years are called child psychologists. The or ergonomist is interested in the position and interaction of man with machines of varied complexities used in industries and organizations. Engineering psychologist. Is involved in criminology and legal issues relating to investigation and prosecution of criminals. Forensic psychologist. Function in military setting in different capacities, as counselor, ergonomist, or in the use of psychological principles and procedures, to select, train and deploy military personnel. Military psychologist. There are as many as subfields of psychology as classified by the American Psychological Association. 49 simply means the process of seeking and attracting a large pool of likely knowledge, skills, talents, and experiences for consideration for appointment. Recruitment. Determining among the so recruited, the best possible hand for the position advertised. Selection. Is a rigorous exercise involving a number of steps such as aptitude test, interview, reference check, and medical test. Selection. Involves rigorous step which must be taken to screen out the desirable from undesirable, who are bound to apply, job candidates. Selection. Involve putting the right worker on the right job, that is, putting the round peg in a round hole. Placement. Is a deliberate effort involving serious and concerted planning and budgeting to anticipate costs at every stage of the recruitment and selection. Recruitment. Planning the recruitment program involves the following basic components. Job analysis to determine the core activities engaged in by workers. Manpower planning involving a number of essential and basic processes of organizational analysis. Recruitment via announcement of vacancies and finding means of attracting from the labor market those who are qualified and willing to fill the vacancies. Selecting from among the applicants those who have the best probability of succeeding on the jobs. Putting selected candidates on the job roles. Means working out how to overshoot the optimum manpower requirement of an organization, which comes by way of overmanning. Recruitment. The sources of recruitment are broadly divided into 2. Internal labor market sources include the following: transfer, promotion, job rotation, recommendation of labor union, training and skill upgrading, job redesigning by either enlargement or slimming, job reclassification. External labor market sources include the following: unsolicited applications, recommendations of present employees, walk-ins, referrals, employment agents/agencies, redundant workers, labor union centers, poaching, job fairs, scouting, nepotism, leasing. Simply means the process of seeking and attracting a large pool of likely skill for consideration for appointment. Recruitment. Means determining among the so recruited, the best possible hand for the position advertised. Selection. Is a rigorous exercise involving a number of steps. Selection. Dash further serves as part of screening of those who are qualified enough to participate in the rest of the selection process/stages. Preliminary interview. Dash it is suitably used where number of applicant is manageable. Preliminary interview. Dash are thoughtfully designed with attributes required on the job in mind. Relevant biographical data are also obtained through the blank. Application blank. Dash is often done to clarify issues arising in the application blank. Second interview. Dash are designed on different human attributes and the choice of test, S, depends on attributes that are necessary for the job in question. Psychological tests. Dash has to do with examining the relevance of earlier job experiences of applicants. Work history. Opinions of former employer, S, and or people of eminent status are obtained during dash. Reference check. Dash is done to examine the physiological state and fitness of candidates. Medical examination. Dash is a key and most used tool for individual growth and organizational development. Learning. Dash is bona fide activities of the human resource department conducted by industrial/organizational or personnel psychologists with the aim of improving employees' competences for improved productivity and organizational development. Training. Dash is a key process in human behavior which plays crucial role in language, custom, belief, attitude, personality, and perceptions of people. Learning. Dash can be defined as any relative change in behavior occurring as a result of practice or experience. Learning. The basic elements of learning are change of behavior, change occurring through practice or experience. The behavior change must be relatively permanent. Dash according to Naylor and Bloom, 2001, is a process that develops and improves skills related to performance. Training. Dash views training as consisting of planned programs designed to improve performance at the individual, group and/or organizational levels. Cascio, 2006. Dash views training as to instruct and discipline in or for some particular art, profession, occupation, or practice, to make proficient by such instruction and practice. Harrison, 1988. Dash can equally be described as a human resource and personnel activities designed to facilitate the learning and development of new and existing skills and to improve the performance of specific tasks or roles. Training. Training can be said to incorporate the following. It is a process. Can be used to improve/develop skills. Can, in all probability, increase production and reduce errors. Relates to performance in some ways. It is a planned/programmed activity of the human resource department. Can facilitate learning in the area of skill, knowledge, and attitude. Factors affecting learning can be classified as internal and external. The external factors influencing the learning process. Rewards and punishments. Relationships. Learning context. Distractions. Workplace. Facilities. Tutors. Methods. Inhibitions. The internal factors influencing the learning process. IQ. Perception. Memory. Motivation. Attitudes. Emotions. Personality. Forgetting. Their two types of inhibitions are retroactive and proactive. Means either temporary or total loss of material previously learned. Forgetting. Provide explanatory frameworks for understanding crucial variables in an experience or phenomena. Theories. Important learning theories are the following. Behavioral theories. Social cognitive theories. Information processing theories. The classical conditioning approach was promoted by the work of Ivan Pavlov, who earned the Nobel Prize experiments on the activities of the dog's salivary gland. Ivan Pavlov, 1849 to 1936. Is learning that occurs when a neutral stimulus, NS, becomes paired, associated, with an unconditioned stimulus, UCS, to elicit a conditioned response, CR. Classical conditioning. In dash conditioning, the consequences of behavioral responses are not the focus. Classical. Operant conditioning was pioneered by dash dash. Edward L. Thorndike. Thorndike concluded that animals did not learn by insight but through a process called dash dash. Instrumental learning. The law of effect states that in a given situation, a response followed by a satisfying consequence will become more likely to occur, and a response followed by an unsatisfying outcome will become less likely to occur. The law of effect was proposed by dash dash. Thorndike. The dash simply means that the probability of occurrence of behavior is strengthened if it is followed by pleasant or satisfying consequences. Law of effect. B.F. Skinner popularized behaviorism and coined the term operant behavior, meaning that organisms operate on their environment in some ways to elicit responses that produce certain consequences. The term operant behavior was coined by an American called dash dash. B.F. Skinner. Dash is the means by which organisms achieve personal adaptation to the environment. Operant conditioning. Operant conditioning works on the principles of strengthening or weakening of responses by use of reinforcement, which can be either positive or negative. The smile is the dash reinforcer. Positive. The removal of crying is a negative reinforcer and the process is called dash dash. Negative reinforcement. Dash means the behavior is rewarded each time it occurs. Continuous schedule. Behaviors learned through classical conditioning can become weakened or suppressed through dash dash. Extinction. Dash means reappearance of a previously extinguished conditioned response. Spontaneous recovery. Dash conditioning explains what occurs when a neutral stimulus, NS, becomes a conditioned stimulus, CS, through repeated pairings with previously conditioned stimulus. Higher order. Social cognitive theory is also called cognitive social learning or cognitive behavioral theory. Information storage involves three main stages, which are sensory inputs, storage, and retrieval of information. Information storage involves three main stages, which are sensory inputs, storage, and dash of information. Retrieval. Dash is an internal record or representation of some prior event or experience. Memory. Declarative memory is of dash types. 2. The dash memory hosts factual and general information, are semantic. Dash memory, which are mental diary of events and episodes of life that were personally experienced. Episodic. Memories without awareness are also called dash memory. Non-declarative. Non-declarative memory is classified into procedural learning. Classically conditioned responses. Priming. Dash is a situation where first exposure to a stimulus, or prime, facilitates or inhibits the processing of new information. Priming. Information stored in the dash memory can be recalled/retrieved on demand. Long-term. Dash means being able to retain what is learned, and brings it back from memory. Recall. A German psychologist, Hermann Ebbinghaus, 1885 to 1964, pioneered memory research way back dash dash. 1885 dash is determined by the span of time given into sorting and selection of information to be learned. Attention. The 5 components of the needs assessment process are organizational analysis, task/job analysis, persons analysis, demographic analysis, operational analysis. Dash is the systematic evaluation of individual employee with respect to job performance. Performance appraisal or performance evaluation. Dash is targeted at evaluation of performance, personality, and potential of group members. Performance appraisal. Dash involves report on job incumbents in an open or closed reporting system. Appraisal. Dash is done by those of equal rank or who are member of the same rating by superior. Rating. Dash is a means by which performance of objectives can be assessed using Key performance indicators that reflect work objectives and by choice of appropriate method from the range of available options. Performance appraisal. According to PAD122, 2012, change is inevitable for every organization to be healthy and productive, while organizational development as a generic term embraces a wide range of intervention strategies into both structural and social processes of an organization. Dash is a strategic long-term effort, led and supported by top management to specifically improve on organizations' visioning, empowerment, learning and problem-solving processes through an ongoing collaborative management or organizational culture. Organizational development, OD. Underscore is a radical transformation in the functioning of the organizational processes. Organizational change. The types of change are the following. Changing the structure. Changing technology. Changing people. Dash means reworking or redesigning the work specialization, departmentalization, chain of command, span of control, centralization, formalization, job redesign or actual structural design. Changing the structure. Dash or models provide explanatory framework for the relationship between variables. Theories. According to Fagan, a dash is a set of objects, together with the relationships between the objects and between their attributes. System. Every system has a distinct boundary. True. A dash operates within the context of an environment. System. Dash involves changing the attitudes, stereotypes, and perceptions that work groups have about each other. Intergroup development. Dash means putting in place a technique for assessing attitudes and perceptions, identifying discrepancies in these, and resolving the differences by using survey information in feedback groups. Survey feedback. According to EASE, 2004, Dash is central and essential part of life. Work. Dash can be defined as an enduring organization of motivational, emotional, perceptual, and cognitive processes with respect to some aspect of the environment. Attitude. Dash is a positive or negative evaluative reaction towards a stimulus, such as persons, objects, equipment, technology, office environment, action of superiors/peers/subordinates, or concept/ideas, organizations' policies, rules, and processes. Attitude. Work can bring about several outcomes than could be accounted for here, but outcomes such as the following are examples. As a means of earning a living. As an opportunity for using basic human talents. As a platform for social intercourse. As a basic life goal. As a form of social identity. Dash refers to thoughts, belief, opinions, and knowledge or information held by the person concerning others, objects or ideas. Cognitive component. Dash component refers to action tendencies and intentions to behave in a certain way towards someone or something. Behavioral. Attitude is tri-component incorporating belief, feelings and dash. Behavior. Attitude is functional in nature. True. Engineering psychology or human factor engineering is another name for the subfield of psychology called ergonomics. Dash is concerned with man-machine fit at work with the consideration of core human factors in the design and use of equipment and machines at work. Ergonomics. The main research focuses are achieving man-machine fit, reduction of industrial accidents, guaranteeing industrial safety and security, optimizing performance. Designing work primarily takes note of the following: environment, machines and equipment, structure, the people. Dash is actually negotiation between parties leading to agreement. Collective bargaining. Negotiation types according to EASE, 2004, include the following: win-lose, lose-lose, no deal, win-win. Dash is a problem-solving approach in which interested parties confront the issues and cooperate to identify the problem, generate and weigh alternative solutions. Integrative bargaining. Dash mean interpersonal opposition that is driven by personal dislike or disagreement between parties. Personality conflict. Dash is an enduring belief that specific mode of conduct or end state of existence is personally or socially preferable to an opposite or converse mode of conduct. Value conflict. There are three types of value conflicts: interpersonal conflict and individual organizational value conflict. In dash conflict, highly ranked instrumental and terminal values pulling individual in opposing directions can result into inner conflict and stress. Intrapersonal value. The external methods of resolving conflicts comprise of the following: mediation, conciliation, industrial arbitration panel, industrial court. A dash is one's particular area of work within a series of jobs. Career. Dash is a dynamic construct implying gradual growth, or increase, or advancement. Development. These theories are attempts at alignment of experiences with empirical studies. John Holland's career typology. Driver's career concept. Super's self-expression theory. Rose theory. According to Holland's theory, the 6 types represent characteristics of both the work environment and the personality traits and interests of people in those working environment. It is notable, however, that few people fall squarely into only one type. QWL is the acronym for -- quality of work life. The term quality of work life, QWL, is premised on the philosophical principles that people are the most important resource in the organization. Dash means the sum total of values, both materials and non-material, attained by the worker throughout his life. Quality of work life.